Okay, so here's another essay correction, and I'm going to discuss 5 important points. Though there are numerous things that you can just find useful in this essay in my comment section, but there are 5 points that I would like to highlight. They're not necessarily the most important points, but these are what I feel that the student should learn, and even anyone who is watching the video will feel beneficial after going through these 5 points. So let us first go through the essay question. It says, many things that used to be done in home by hands are now being done by machines. So machines are in nutshell replacing humans. Does this development bring more advantages or disadvantages? So this is a question which demands you to put forward an opinion. So this is an opinion question. Um, the student has made a few mistakes, and if you wish to go through all of them, you can read this article at the link given below this YouTube video. Just go there, read the article, and there are numerous other articles, beneficial articles, that you can just surf through them. So the first mistake the student has made in the body paragraph 1, here, body paragraph 1 and introduction, is the referencing device. Referencing is a tool to increase cohesion in your answer. So what referencing essentially means is use of a pronoun device to refer back to a noun. So the student writes, these days advanced technology has made our life more comfortable by providing various gadgets to complete household tasks easily. Availability of myriad machines. So it is better to use these machines to refer back to the technology. So advanced technology. These machines has replaced tasks. So there is a change in structure that I've proposed because the use of availability is wrong, and I have explained it over here. So just keep that thing in mind. This sentence is not correct, but I've made a change to refer to the referencing device. So this sentence itself is incorrect. And now in body paragraph 1, to commence with the beneficial side, this saves time. Firstly, saves time doesn't make any sense. So this saves time. What is this? It refers back to the machines. So these machines, that is the entire process. This saves time. So it refers back to the entire process of using machines instead of human hands. This is another referencing device. So try to use these, they, this to refer back to a noun, so that, or a process, so that the cohesion in the answer is improved. Let us come to point number 2. That is here. The student has made a mistake of passive voice. She has written such as, first of all, there's a difference between such as and for example. When you use such as, it should be part of the previous sentence, the same sentence. It should not be the beginning of a new sentence. When you use for example, it should be a new sentence. So the use of such as over here is wrong. And it should be used with the noun it exemplifies, as I have explained in numerous other videos. Let us leave that for the moment. Washing and cooking can complete. The student had written an active voice over here. Washing and cooking can complete with the help of technical devices. So if you use active voice, it means that washing and cooking are doing something, but they are not doing themselves. Somebody is doing washing and cooking. That somebody is missing. The subject is missing. If you use the subject, if you use washing and cooking as subject and keep this as active voice, it seems as if washing and cooking are doing something, are completing something. They're not completing anything. They are completed by somebody. So that subject is missing, so it has to be a passive voice. It changes the meaning of the sentence. Coming to the third point, parallelism. As I have explained in numerous other videos, parallelism refers to the similar structure in a sentence. So if there is an X and Y type of situation, the first word of X and the first word of Y should be parallel. So let us look at this sentence. Consequently, the saved time can be used for spending with family and giving time to own self. So, okay, here what the student means to say is, let me write it over here. The saved time can be used for two things. Number one, for spending with family, and number two, giving time to own self. So structurally, they should be parallel, and the use of for, there should be for as the first word of X and as the first word of Y. But another way of looking at it is that for is common for both 1 and 2. That's also fine, but you can just eliminate giving time to own self, and you can just use for pursuing a hobby. So either way it is correct. You can use for 1 and 2, or for 1 for 2. So that's an alternative type of structure that you can use. Okay. All right, so here is mistake number 4, specificity. Let me change the color. Yep. Yes, this one seems better. Specificity. What do we mean by specificity? IELTS people want you to write precise response. What is a precise response? Any response which is not open to interpretation. So you are writing something which is not vague, and it is not leaving any scope for interpretation. Now let us read this sentence, these two sentences, sentence number 1 and sentence number 2. Manually performed tasks have pivotal benefit to health, but using machines are not good for health. Okay, so I'm expecting the student to explain what exactly is the benefit to health and what is exactly is not good for health. The student writes, relying on machines is responsible for an increase in obesity. Okay, so this is the consequence of something, but this is not exactly what you're writing about health. So if you're using machines, something is happening. If using machines is X, something is happening, and that leads to obesity, which is Z. So there is a missing element, Y. So logically, you are jumping to conclusion. It's better to be more specific. There is something which is open to interpretation. For example, I've changed it to performing a task. Here, performing a task by hand enables a person to exercise. So that's what we call health while completing the task. Machines, on the other hand, make our life sedentary. This is not good for health. And this leads to several problems such as obesity. So there is a logical flow, and there is something which is very specific and helps the examiner to understand the things in a specific form, precise form. And this is something which will fetch you bands rather than writing something which is not very clear. Okay. Final mistake, and it seems as if the student made a lot of pronoun mistakes at one place only. Okay, so there are 5, and this is number 5. The first mistake is that of wrong pronoun. This is over here. So for example, Delhi University reveals in a report based on a survey conducted by them. So ideally, a pronoun must refer back to a noun. Here it should refer back to the Delhi University, but it does not, because pronoun is plural, Delhi University is singular. Okay, and if Delhi University reveals in a report based on a survey, I don't think that there was need to write conducted by them. So, or you should have written conducted by the university. So the university refers back to Delhi University. Okay. Now here is another mistake of what we call the adjective pronouns. I'm going to write adjective pronouns. What is an adjective pronoun? It's a pronoun that gives quality of a noun. Okay, so for example, who, which, these are adjective pronouns, and who is a very powerful pronoun that gives quality of something with a word with which it is linked. So let us read this sentence. More than 60% of females use machines for house tasks gain more weight. So it seems as if it is correct, but when you write gain more weight, so more than 60% of females gain more weight. Now, this is the main part of the sentence. If you do not use you, who over here, use machines for household tasks gain more weight. So it seems as if household tasks are gaining weight rather than females. So you need to make this part of the sentence um, as a quality of females. Which females? So females who. This is an adjective pronoun. Who refers back to females, and this part gives quality of those females. So females who use machines for household tasks, they gain more weight. Okay. So if you don't use if you fail to use who over here, it seems as if household tasks gain more weight, which is structurally incorrect, as compared to those complete tasks by hand. Again, as compared to those. So this is a pronoun, and you need to refer back to this pronoun with an adjective clause, then adjective pronoun. I'm sorry. So who complete tasks by hand. Consequently, this arises different health issues like obesity, heart, and muscular pain among people rely on machines. So this is again incomplete. You need to write an adjective pronoun, people who rely on machines. Okay, so doesn't make any sense if you write pain among people rely on machines. So this part is it leads to pain among people, but this part simply says people rely on machines. So there is a disconnect over here. Finally, the mistake of another pronoun, it contains. I'm sure it is very clear. Another point needs to be considered, that food cooked in machines is not healthy, as contain harmful rays. So you need a pronoun to refer back to food cooked in machines. If you're not using a pronoun over here to refer back to food cooked in machines, it doesn't make the meaning clear. What contains harmful rays? As contains harmful rays. What exactly contains harmful rays? As food cooked in machines contains harmful rays. So this one needs to be repeated, and we use a pronoun to refer back to this noun. I hope the point is clear. So these were the 5 points I wanted to discuss in this essay. I hope you liked the video. Share it, subscribe it, and don't forget to follow the channel, subscribe to my channel, and follow the website. Feel free to ask any questions. Thank you for watching.